Now I'm recording. Okay, cool.
Oh, hi,
Yeah, sorry. I have to start all these recording sessions out really awkwardly because I need some kind of way to sync up Camtasia and Audacity because it doesn't really want to... I can't press the buttons at the same time like I can for my capture device because there's like a timer on Camtasia. And it's recording my computer screen, which means I can't be switching windows and all kinds of crazy crap. And what's coming out next doesn't really matter because Byte can one-hit KO everything in this guy's team. What?
If only you had two mice. Sounds. Apparently it's executorless, wacky, old-timey artwork.
Man, I mean, the art wasn't bad in this like it was in the first gen, but it was still awfully low resolution.
Well, it was all in Game Boy. Well, technically I guess Game Boy Color.
Reflect.
So
that's gonna save you from another bite. Whoops, stopped doing it slow like a retard.
So we're gonna talk about Pokemon Black and Pokemon White.
Oh right, yeah, Pokemon Black and Pokemon White, they're probably not going to have gods as the legendaries like the last two generations did.
Yeah.
I hope it's something cool like a robot cat. I mean, Mewtwo is the best legendary, I think. All the other ones were too flamboyant.
Yeah, I think Mew's my favorite legendary, but Mewtwo is right behind it anyway.
Well, I mean version legendary.
Oh, well. Mewtwo wasn't really... Well, I guess it was a version legendary. It was the yellow version legendary. Peekaboo.
Anyway, Heck is making progress. Now he's in Koga's room, which looks super retarded compared to the one in Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Although at least it matches his theme.
I don't even know what his Heart Gold, Soul Silver one was. So I think Black and White are going to be the first game with both hero and villain playability. White will have hero.
I don't know about that, but I do think that there's probably going to be a light type for the version legendary of White.
Okay, so I don't think that it's going to be the first game as much as I want it to be.
Yeah, that would be cool. I sort of think they were just called Black and White to not be really fancy like Diamond Pearl and Gold and Silver and Ruby and Sapphire were. Because a lot of people, and by a lot of people I mean whiny people, were whining about Pokemon's not the same anymore. It used to be a quaint little game I played as a lad, and now it's all about catching the gods and the beating the evil teams trying to use legendaries to take over the universe. I want to play Pokemon.
That is your best voice.
Probably. Nah, I won't level up.
I still say the next Pokemon in the reveal is a baby Lickitung.
I love how pointless it is that I'm switching Pokemon because I could use any attack with any Pokemon and when one hit KO everything up to maybe Red.
Probably. Wait, Red? Oh, Red. No, I thought you were meaning the end of the League 4. Even if you're to League 5.
No, I'm pretty sure I could kill everyone, including Lance, with any attack. Maybe not Lance, because dragons are super retarded, but whatever.
Let's use Delibird. Or should I say...
I don't know what that Pokemon is. It's just taking up a space in my team. I mean, I don't know if that's the normal picture for Togepi, or... I don't think it's the normal picture for Togepi, but is that what Delibird was? Why isn't it the little Pidgey thing? It doesn't look like a monster. I didn't mean to send out Trob, but I guess he works.
Also,
really. I always thought Minimize was weird. Why did they turn into, like, the Space Invader sprite?
Who knows? Because I remember in 3D games, their actual image actually shrank a little bit, but they didn't shrink any to use it more.
Okay, yeah. Whoops. Okay.
What?
It froze for a second. Didn't freeze it. Skipped. Thunderbolt.
So the 5th gen has the third gen and first gen's 3 thingy that you always talk about.
If the first gen and the third gen have the 3 thing I always talk about?
No, if the 5th gen has the thing where you said how 3rd gen.
Alright, yeah, the 1st and 3rd gen were... The 3rd gen sort of copied a bunch of stuff from the 1st gen, like having crab Pokemon and snake Pokemon and using evolution stones.
Yeah,
and
crabs,
most Pokemon were standalone instead of like evolved forms of other stuff like 2nd and 4th gen had a lot of. This guy looks like some... I don't know what he looks like.
What?
I always thought his sprite reminded me of something, but I'm not sure what.
So the 5th gen needs to have a new snake Pokemon, a new blob, a new clam, a new triple stage bug, a new crab, and reuse the old stones. I think that's all.
Also, it's gonna have a legendary trio I don't hate. Ready, Nescus! No, I'm heck now. Are you paying attention? I don't... Maybe he just looks like himself and I have memories of him looking like himself because I played this game when I was a kid, and like my only memory of anything before I hit like 14 is playing the Elite Four and not being very good at it, and like
well, that's the pros again.
The car machine, or not the car machine, the car selling place my dad was getting a car at. It's the world's Pokemon. Did you die, Top?
Well, my screen did.
Look, it's the world's Pokemon, or do you not see it?
I don't see it.
Well, now it's the world's Pokemon that got hit by Psychics in a motorcycle accident. Alright, medium Poke's level 70. I wish I wouldn't have used Slowpoke in this, so I could have used it in Heart Gold without being bored, because I used Staryu for my water type in Heart Gold, and that thing won't evolve, and it's crippling me, and I can't beat Gary because of it, and I'm not going to call him Blue because Blue is a stupid name.
Also, the 4th, 5th gen needs a new, it needs an alternate evolution clue for this UFO.
Yeah, probably. Okay, sorry. Bruno, you're not important enough. I like this chick. She doesn't really show up in anything ever, whereas... I don't know, I guess... I mean, Bruno was at least in 2 games as Elite Fours.
And the anime.
Lorelei did stuff in Fire Red Leaf Green. Lance was the champion in this.
And the anime.
Yes, and the anime.
Why won't you not be Frozen Sky?
Kogo is a gym leader. That ghost lady and in the 1st gen, there was another ghost lady I didn't like, and there was another fat old lady Elite Four character I didn't like in the 3rd and 4th gen, so that counts.
Does Kara or Will do anything extra in Heart Gold or Soul Silver?
Will, his room has a bunch of purple cubes in it instead of being Lorelei's room.
Hey,
but I think he has the same team.
Screen on that.
This Umbreon has too many defenses, although I'm also too many overleveled.
Those rings are freaky.
So yeah, but yeah, they look. Yeah, that's a very kawaii Umbreon. It looks like a cat more than it does in recent gens. I would say looking like a cat is what I determine what makes things kawaii, but I think it's actually looking like a kawaii that makes things kawaii. Why does she have Vileplume on her team? I mean, it looks all weird and black in this game, but does that mean it's a dark type?
Yes.
What's wrong with Blossom? I mean, like, Gloom and Vileplume look like one evolution line, and Oddish and Blossom look like an entirely different one.
I don't really like Gloom, but I like Oddish and Vileplume. Blossom sort of.
I like Gengar. Also, you complain about I can buy not liking how Dragonite is totally different from Dragonair, but I was thinking about it recently and I figured out Ghastly is just a ball with no features. Haunter is a slightly face-shaped thing with arms, and then Gengar is a complete thing with arms and legs and a solid form.
Legs are dumb, and also Gengar is fat. Not really
And also,
fat.
if you like cut away its lower half, its head still sort of looks like Haunter's.
Yeah, but I like Haunter for being. It's just a sort of a.
Well, I always use Haunter, and I never use Gengar because I never trade anything.
Hi,
I
kitty.
like Haunter being sort of a pointy, scary head and had his arms.
Say hi, kitty.
Had his hands flying around. I think I know,
Kitty,
cool and-
kitty, kitty, kitty.
Gengar's too humanoid.
Why won't you say hi?
Okay, I guess I should play. Have cat hair in my mouth now. How do you?
Gengar's too humanoid and has too much feet.
I never really liked Houndoom that much.
Houndoom
It's not
is
just
like my
because it's
least.
a dog, it's
Oh, no,
just bleh.
Houndour is probably my least favorite second. No. But my least favorite second-gen Pokemon that I at least like somewhat.
Hey everyone, look at this! Truly skilled trainers that you try to win with their favorites!
Like Wooper, and Hitmonlee,
That is
and also-
how you play a Pokemon, folks.
And Wooper, and Porygon Z, and Wooper, and Wooper, and Wooper.